whole time, make sure that you check us out at 16levels.com. I will have a link in the description box. We have sample packs, drum kits, etc., etc. And the main thing, of course, is my masterclasses for all the existing MPCs. They're all updated to MPC 3.0, which is the new OS. And if you want to learn that, you can have access to it. I just don't have a masterclass for 3.0 for the Key 61. So just be aware of that. And a lot of people always ask me, and I always get that one comment talking about, why do you always plug in your business at the very beginning? Because it's important to have your own platform, because just like that, YouTube can just decide that you do not need to exist on their platform and take everything away from you overnight. And for me, it was even crazier because I put out a class, a free master class for sampling for the desktop software, which is the MPC software. And they decided that they didn't want me here for a week. And it was only because I was talking about sampling, which is absolutely insane. So just to show proof of this happening, you can see right here that it happened back in June 6th. They just decided that my how to sample any song in MPC 3.5 fast was a video that violated their community guidelines. It was considered dangerous and harmful, which again is just straight up diabolical. So in case if anything goes down again, I got other channels too. Of course, I have my official 16levels.com channel, and then I have Dark Coffee Radio, which I'm about to post 2 more because I haven't posted that in a minute. I also have my Mcree TV channel, which is going to be more of some real kickback, live and direct type stuff. So you want to check that out. Make sure that you subscribe to that. It's on my main channel. So if you're wondering where it's at, you can check it out there. And of course, I have my DJ Mcree topics because I always drop music and stuff like that. So if you want to check out on some music or whatever, then I have my Not Mcree channel, which happens to be my gaming channel because I do get down on gaming from time to time. Of course, I addressed this situation on Instagram. I did a live stream on there where I was just telling people why y'all haven't seen me and what was going down, because when I released that video initially, it was getting a whole lot of views. Like I got in like 10 minutes over 300 views, which for me, that's large as a small time creator, because that means that I was going to get close to 1,000 or over 1,000 views within an hour, which by all means I needed that. And I had my situation at hand. I just sat back and just realized to myself that, boy, like your future on this platform, it's not guaranteed. And I think a lot of content creators around me could understand that if you are to create content on here, it doesn't matter if it's clean or not. If they decide with their own algorithm that you are not allowed to make videos, well, damn, it should. And then, you know, one of the biggest things that I saw, one of the comments on IG, they was talking about, well, you know, maybe they're targeting you because you're a black content creator. Nope. Nope. Don't get it twisted, because I do know why someone would say that, because YouTube did that to a bigger content creator, one of my favorites, which is Corey Kitchen, and it happened to be one of the biggest issues on this platform because he's a big ass content creator that has went through a lot of scrutiny. And with that being said, if Corey Kitchen will go through something like that, and he's a 22 million subscriber channel, then why wouldn't I go through that? But just to summarize it, Corey Kitchen was doing something similar to what I do, and just keeping his content clean. He's not a content creator that does a lot of controversial stuff. He doesn't curse in his videos, and he's the type of content creator that most people enjoy because a lot of his reactions, a lot of his stuff is far genuine than most content creators on this platform. But in a nutshell, he actually went through a situation kind of similar where he was putting out content like his peers and all that. And it happened to be where he dropped a video during an embargo, I guess, with a video game. And he noticed that YouTube would give him age restrictions versus other content creators that were white.
Out of nowhere, having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
Now, the reason why I played that clip is not to rage bait or anything like that. I'm being solid when I'm talking about this. And I also have proof that it's not just a black thing, like YouTube is just trying to get rid of black content creators no matter what you do or anything like that. And what is my proof of that? Well, it's simple. Bruh, Rick Beato went through the exact same thing 4 years ago. In this video, he talked about, I got my first copyright strike and I'm pissed.
Beato, I have a lot of videos that are demonetized. Many videos that are demonetized.
Same
if you
here.
look at this scrolling of my email, you can see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos that are demonetized.
And the wild thing about Rick Beato as a content creator, he's not like me. He doesn't talk about hip hop or anything like that. He talks more in the pocket of like rock and roll and just playing guitar and stuff like that, which, you know, that I play guitar too. So, you know, I zoomed in, you know, I subscribed to his channel because he be kicking that knowledge. But the weird thing about it is I'm just lost at the fact that why in the world would he get a copyright strike and have to deal with this? And he doesn't even play the original sample, not even for a second. He's playing cover songs. And it's crazy too, because if I was to go back into the pocket of all of my copyright claims, and you know, because it's different, copyright claim is different from a copyright strike. So a copyright claim means that you just don't get to monetize that video, which I find that to be stupid as hell when you are a content creator that's making the vast majority of your content. And why would someone go to your video specifically to listen to a whole entire song or a cover of a song that you're only going to play for a bit in your video? Bro, make it make sense. And for those who don't know the difference between a copyright claim, a copyright strike, and a community guideline strike, well, I'm laying it out like this for a reason. The main reason why I'm laying it out like this is because when you have a copyright claim, that just means you just don't get to take any of your revenue from the video, which I find that to be unfair. And we could talk for days about how the record labels, they want to take it all from you. And, you know, sharing revenue would make sense. I mean, damn, you did most of the work. I think you should be entitled to something versus, you know, just taking all the revenue. But, you know, as it is, man, you know, I'm not with the whole record label, record industry, kissing celebrity ass and all this other stuff, man. Like I'm not with all that. But then you have the copyright strike where, a company or even a person, and don't let me get started on how bad it is with copyright strikes on this platform where anybody can file a copyright strike against you. And then if they do it 3 times, your channel is terminated. That's not cool, bruh. Like, how in the world are we in the big 2025 and people can still do copyright strikes even if they aren't the people? Then that also goes with copyright claims. People can copyright claim your video even though they had nothing to do with it, even if you made an original piece of work, which that's also happened to me. Where I have some geek at UMG that's making some weak ass trap music with his weak ass, and they gonna goddamn claim half of my video or just copyright claim my whole entire video because I use snares. Like, bro, get out of here. But the last but not least is that the biggest one of them all is the community guideline strike. So when you get a community guideline strike, that means that YouTube has made the decision to get rid of your ass or to put your ass in timeout. I need to stop cursing because, I'm giving YouTube a reason for them to give me another community guideline strike. But the community guideline strike stops you from posting videos for a week the first time around. Or really, the first time around, you get a warning. And then the second time around, you can't post for a week. And then after that, you can't post for a month. And if you get one after that, then bruh, you out of here. And unlike the copyright strike, the community guideline strike stays with you for a minute. As you can see, it expires September 3rd. An undeserved community guideline strike. And it says that my content is dangerous and harmful. You need to find out what is dangerous and harmful. So this is YouTube's TOS. All this stuff is verbatim. They have a video for you, but we're going to read what YouTube means for dangerous and harmful content right here. Let's just do this. So YouTube doesn't allow content that encourages dangerous or illegal activity that risks serious physical harm or deletion. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Bro, I can tell you right now, I ain't did nothing dangerous or harmful and nobody reported it. It's the one thing that we have all been complaining about in the big 2025. And we've been complaining about this for quite a while. YouTube has a flawed system where they use AI algorithms to detect if a video is harmful or dangerous. So you're telling me that my video, where I'm talking about something I've talked about on this platform for quite a while now, alongside with other content creators on this platform, is considered dangerous and harmful? Ain't no freaking way, boy. Ain't no freaking way. And what gets more ridiculous is when they talk about what the policy means. It says the list below isn't complete, but if you think that your content may violate these policies, don't post it. This content isn't allowed on YouTube. And see, don't you see the problem with that, bro? Don't you see the problem with that? Without any direct definition of what could be dangerous and harmful, bro, you can make up whatever you want. The algorithm can make up whatever you want. Just because it's a freaking computer don't mean that it knows anything. The biggest problem is that they don't have people that actually review this stuff. Even on my appeal came back maybe a couple of minutes after the fact. And let's just say that a person did review it. Bro, they did ass wrong for that, for saying that I made a community guideline violation. But anyways, harmful and dangerous acts, challenges, and pranks. Come on, bro. It wasn't a dangerous act. Extremely dangerous challenges that pose an imminent risk of physical injury, bro. Sampling ain't that. Dangerous or threatening pranks, bro. Let's be real. It's not a prank. Harmful, dangerous acts. Look, we're not even talking about that. Minor participation in dangerous activities, of course. Not again. That ain't that. Well, I'm not doing anything with weapons content. Oh, but guess what? If we're gonna talk about that, then we'll hold off. We're gonna hold off on that because I'm gonna make some prime examples of content creators that still exist, still have fan bases that YouTube even puts in their trending that do violate these. Okay, we're gonna do that, and not to be spiteful, but we're gonna do that just to show the hypocrisy behind it. Another one of my favorite content creators by the name of Linus Tech Tips has plenty of videos, mind you, 16 million subscribers, but has plenty of videos about actual hacking, but it's considered educational, right? Okay, fair. But we ain't gonna act like my boy ain't violating the community guidelines if we're talking about Apple not getting my money, DIY, MacBook storage upgrade. Come on, my G. Come on. Are you gonna tell me that what I'm doing is such a violation, but what he doing isn't a violation? Come on, bruh. Like, let's be real. Digital security content, instructional theft. Okay. Like, let's be real. There are plenty of channels that do this. Bypassing payment of digital content or services. Plenty of channels that do that. Whatever this word is. Content that tries to get or gives instruction on how to get non-public personal identification. Bro, there's plenty of people that have cybersecurity themed videos that show you how to hack someone's freaking Wi-Fi, etc. Again, I will point that shit out. We ain't gonna act like the channel Scammer Payback isn't hacking other people's call centers and so forth or whatnot and teaching people how to hack, and that nobody by all means isn't gonna do this to harm people that are innocent. Are we gonna make that claim too? But hey, he's able to accrue 8 million subscribers. Come on, bruh. Like, what are we doing now? Bruh, for real.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And this one right here is what Corey X. Kenshin was worried about right here, age-restricted content. And then this is where I think I sit at with the content that we do on here. Educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic content. Sometimes content that will otherwise violate these policies is allowed to stay on YouTube when it has educational, documentary, scientific, artistic context. YouTube, you just described my channel. I'm an educational hip-hop channel. I'm an educational hip-hop channel, bro. We sample stuff. Sometimes we sample stuff from record labels, okay? Sometimes we sample things that, speeches and etc. Bro, and I already know what people gonna say in the comment section. Oh, well, why don't you do original music and blah, blah, blah. Bro, if I gotta explain to you one more time that I have made original tracks on this channel that have got copyright claims and I don't make any money from it, and I constructed the beat from scratch right there, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, that does not matter. Hello, let me say it one more time. That does not matter. Let me say it in full. Just because you make original music does not mean that your channel isn't at risk for a copyright claim. And I'm talking about a community guideline strike in this channel. However, I wanted to break it down for you. Bro, people take other people's music, their content, etc., and act like it's theirs all the time. I believe the terminology that some people call it or use is bad actors. Bro, this whole entire platform has a gang of bad actors on it, bro. Let's stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, folks. But if I really wanted to be spicy and point out someone that is the main corporate for this crap, it has to be this lame ass nigga right here. When Drake filed his lawsuit against UMG, he attacked multiple content creators that were in the reaction space, in which they were able to play the music from both Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but because Drake was being such a soy boy loser and he didn't want everybody to enjoy Kendrick Lamar's W so greatly, he got salty and sued UMG, bro, and it's been hell on this platform ever since. And because of that, we can't have nice things. Like, record labels were starting to see the level of influence that other content creators had in this space when it comes to potentially pushing the music. But Drake, because he was the biggest L taker in this rap battle, bro, just went nuclear and big Karen energy and just started suing UMG over defamation of character. And since YouTube wants to wash their hands away with dealing with things like copyrights and all this other stuff, and UMG has sued YouTube into the ground early when they was a budding platform, because I've been here for about 19 years. I've been here since YouTube was made, the inception, and barely got mines to this very day as a content creator on this platform. But many other people were starting to grow. I mean, channels were starting to blow up just off the strength of talking about the rap battle, the history of the beef, how goofy Drake looks, how cool Kendrick Lamar is, catching up to Kendrick Lamar's music and stuff like that, which are all things that, again, make this platform what it is. Great, because we can have an open forum discussion and we can get to the facts and we can actually just have a good time. We was just all chilling on this platform. A prime example of a content creator that made a massive come up during the whole Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef is Big Zo TV, and he also happened to cover UMG targeted music reaction channels.
Key. Ha ha ha. It was all jokes. It was all funny. Everybody was keying. UMG, content creators, it ain't funny no more. No. I told people when this whole thing started, I said, listen, this man suing is going to start a whole bunch of shit. This man complaining will start a whole bunch of shit. And here we are. I've been telling y'all, listen, I told y'all from the jump, this is why I don't like doing music reviews. This is why I don't like reacting to music.
And that's another thing too, because as a content creator, I react to people's music and stuff like that. And a lot of y'all have made these copyright claims too. It hasn't been a community guideline strike, but boy, you're not making it easy for anybody that has a platform to give you a platform if you're doing the exact same thing at the major record labels. And I don't want to hear it, bro. I'm a part of freaking DistroKid. If someone was to take my music and play it on their channel, dog, they would not get a copyright claim whatsoever. So I don't want to hear none of that BS that y'all be talking. I'm on God, I don't
get petty like this. And this is why I don't like using any music in my videos. So let's listen to these guys talk about it, and we're gonna go from there.
And it looks like this is a situation that's not only affecting me, but affecting many other reaction channels out there.
And this is Knox Hill, and I'm not a reaction channel by no means. I actually teach music education. But he's a reaction channel and he's going through the exact same thing, getting community guideline strikes, getting copyright claims, etc., etc. And as you can see, he's a white guy. As you can see, Big Zoe is a black guy. So this is an everybody thing. So I just want to know, guys, what exactly is a content creator like me supposed to do that's been on this platform for years? Got over thousands of videos where I'm teaching you guys how to create music and all this other stuff, and yet YouTube is hard pressing me. Do I be a whole entire sellout and just do nothing but advertising? Because that's what I think YouTube wants content creators to do. They pushing that YouTube shopping shit like it's I don't know, like it's some thing that's gonna really help us. And most of the time, most people, when they go to YouTube, they just go to YouTube just to see what's going on with their favorite content creator, not to shop. Now, have I made money and stuff like that? Yes, I've made some decent money like that. But as I have learned, bro, like you can't make content that's just constantly selling people. It just doesn't feel authentic at all, bro. I'm just saying. But I don't know, gang. What do you think I should do in this situation? Should I just sit here and chill and allow YouTube to do this yet again to me a few months down the line, next week, or even go back into the catalog and try to make claims that I'm doing something weird? Or should I just stand on business? Or should I just take some type of course of action with other content creators and call it out like I'm doing right now until YouTube tries to fix this situation? Because again, the biggest problem with this situation isn't what we're doing. It's the fact that there is an algorithm for content that's supposed to be dangerous and harmful on this platform, and there is not working like it's intended. Dude, don't leave it to damn AI to make the decisions for every single last thing that we do on this platform. Because I can promise you right now, it's going to be biased. It's going to exclude people, and certain content creators that put in work or have been putting in work or starting to begin to put in work ain't going to be able to do whatever they going to do. Or other than that, bro, that's why I'm thankful I have my own platform, and that, you know, this isn't the only social media platform that you can get a buzz off of or just to relay helpful knowledge to the community.